Today's episode is presented by Lodestar, the fee experts.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Lending Leaders. My name is Alayna Gardner, and this week I'm joined by Lindsey Meyer. She is the Senior Vice President of Business Development at EPM. And thank you, Lindsey, so much for taking the time to record with us today.
Well, you made my day, so hats off to you. I appreciate it.
Well, as we start here, we always like to ask kind of what brought you into the mortgage industry? How'd you get here?
I was born into it, literally.
Mm.
And, if you know me or have heard some of my uh, podcasts or anything out there, my dad has been in the industry since I've been born. Very lucky to grow up around it. But I think the key was having people that were friends and family that were part of his mortgage companies and the banks that he sold them to. People that have become very close friends that I still do business and talk to this day. So
There's a lot of people I feel like that got born into the industry, and I think one of the things I like about the mortgage industry is I definitely feel that once you are in it, I don't think you're allowed to leave. That's what I'm hearing rumor around the block. So
the
I think
invisible mortgage tattoo that we all have on us once we're in.
yes.
Yeah. And do you feel like you fell into this industry, or what is your journey into the industry? Because I know your story, but
Yes.
how did you land here?
I would definitely describe it as a fall. I applied for a job on not even on LinkedIn, on Indeed. I applied for probably like just mass applying to jobs. And it was 2020 and no one was hiring and no one wanted to take a chance on a hospitality professional. And Jim took a chance on a hospitality professional. So it just kind of I ended up here, and I don't think I'm allowed to leave now. I got my AMP. I'll probably get my CMB in a few years. I think if I left, I'd be bullied endlessly. So I think I'm here now.
Never. You're just going to build good things. Never know what direction and how you can bring these experience to fruition and any way moving forward in the future. And I'm excited to see that journey, Elena.
Well, back to you. Our team saw. They described it specifically, so I want to give it its credit. Your super cool introductory video. We really liked the story about how to approach challenges in new and exciting ways. What's one of the most important roads less traveled that you've taken that you feel like really helped you today?
Uh, Roads less traveled. Great Robert Frost poem. I think first I connect to that in my personal life. I was a single mom for 9 years. And so I often felt like I traveled the less traveled road. I would have to say, as far as industry goes, I worked for my family company for close to 15 years. And in 2020, I moved into the national title space through landing a DM through my LinkedIn and having the opportunity then to interview and work for DOMA. So it was quite an interesting path, and definitely a different road than working somewhere where you've been there 15 years. It's so
Oh yeah.
easy to just stay safe, right? So took the chance and still involved with my family's business, but taking it to new levels and really excited to now be SVP of Biz Dev at EPM.
Absolutely, yeah. I think Doma is actually where I got to first meet you, um, all those years ago.
Right? That's so crazy. Sometimes it feels like just yesterday.
It
So,
really does. I feel like I entered the industry like 2 days ago.
well, and it's funny enough because back then I was working as a national business development rep at DOMA, and I had a client that was using Lodestar. So I was able to work with Jim and you guys from where you started to where you are now. It's just been incredible. And knowing working with you in that zone of having a client and having that relationship, it meant a lot to know how you worked on all different verticals, on all different sides. So it's just so cool in a way, full circle, to now be sitting here with you across the screen, just from our different experiences of working together.
We've come so far since 2020. A few weeks ago, you posted a graphic that said discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. And I think that is
It's a tongue twister.
it's a tongue twister. But I think that's so important. And you obviously have to have a lot of discipline as a single mom to get to where you are today. Um, can you just kind of, what do you feel like discipline has brought you over these years, other than just like where you are?
I think based on where you are with your discipline, I failed a lot and learned what I needed to do to level up. Having those falls and those check yourself moments have been
Mhm.
important to then know where I want to be, how I want to feel, what I have to do um, to just level up. And it's hard. You sometimes don't realize it until you actually have leveled up and you can look back and say, whoa, okay, this took me a year of working hard at my daily structure or how I connect to people or what my
Mhm.
mission is. So,
Yeah, I found that a lot of times by the time I get comfortable in a role and comfortable saying my title and who I am, that I'm almost ready for the next growth step, right?
mm,
And it's so funny because but in the middle, right, you feel almost that imposter syndrome of, do I belong here?
yeah, yeah,
Like,
I feel that. I think a lot of people have transitioned more so than back in the early 2000s, 90s, whatnot. I think longevity of being somewhere for 10 years was pretty normal. And now, I'm at a couple different national title companies, all different, connecting with
mhm,
amazing teammates and learning something different. None of them were the same. So
yeah,
it's very interesting when you're talking about, hey, when I get used to a role and then I'm ready to see what's next or hear a new ring to it. I think that's where we're at these days, where the opportunity to grow and have people that trust you and take some unique chess moves in the game of life and do a couple things different and see where you can get. So
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's so important, and it's, the reason I like my job is I always feel like it's pivoting constantly, right? We're growing something new, we're doing something new and exciting, and it's definitely something that I look for in roles, and I think you've done that really well over the last 5 years of just kind of finding the place that helps you grow the most. It's a journey, and we're all on it. That
Nice.
was beautiful.
Wait,
That
is
was
this
beautiful.
Thirsty Thursdays? Do we cheers now?
I know, right? Like I need to just like pull out a drink. I have some water, but nothing that exciting, 'cause that deserves it.
Hey,
Um,
I have water too. Cheers.
Cheers, well, as we wrap up here today, here at Lodestar, we love celebrating people and places and things that inspire us every day. And a Lodestar is a guiding light in the night sky. What is your Lodestar? Either personally, professionally, both, whatever you want.
Well, audience, I have a little secret. Alayna and I chatted about what your lodestar or who that is before we hopped on. And I have to say,
Mhm.
both of us have been strongly influenced by Miss Liz Short of Short
Oh,
Solution.
100%.
I The past year has just been such an incredible experience. The way she thinks about business and the video you mentioned is something she created through Short Solutions along with her partner Alex, and just so impressive. Such a gift that I have on the main page of my LinkedIn, and I wanted to take a stance to improve my personal branding. Liz said she helped me out with a networking event, and I get such a beautiful recap video that has some awesome stories in it as well. So I would have to say, Liz Short's my go-to. And then I always want to hold myself of high value because it's hard work to, try and stay healthy, get your mind
Mhm.
clear, try and take a walk when you have calls back to back. So trying to put myself
Mhm.
first as well.
No, well, thank you so much, Lindsay, for coming on today. I really appreciate it. And if people want to connect with you, where can they find you?
Shoot me a message on LinkedIn. You can
Mhm.
always reach out to my cell. If you shoot me a message, I can get in touch with you. Or email. It's lindsay.meyer@epm.
Awesome. Well, thank you again so much, Lindsay. And thank you guys all so much for watching, listening, and we will see you all next week.
Much
Bye.
love.